Sherm Chester with you on this edition of the Seacoast Sports Forum podcast. Again, a notebook type show, a very short show. I have to admit, I had a busy weekend announcing the championship games over at Lundholm Gymnasium, the University of New Hampshire campus, and my throat is raw, to say the least. We had a busy weekend, a good weekend over there at Lundholm, and a lot of championships were decided, and the winter season is officially over for sports here in the state of New Hampshire. It all fires up in a couple of weeks. There'll be tryouts, and then, of course, the spring season for spring sports coming up. And I think we might actually get things going by the beginning of April if the weather doesn't take any drastic turns. What I thought we'd do in this one is just give you a thumbnail of what went down over the weekend. On Saturday, it was hockey front and center. And then on Saturday over at Lundholm, it was the girls basketball. Sunday, it was the boys basketball championships. So let's just run down what we saw. And we'll do it, like I say, very quickly today with what I've got left of vocal cords. Let's start off with hockey. And again, the girls Division I hockey contest took place first at SNHU Arena in Manchester. And it was a 4-2 win for Hanover, the Bears, over the Oyster River Portsmouth. And so Hanover, the number 8 seed going into the championship contest, comes up a winner. So congratulations to the ladies from Hanover. Now, as far as the boys ice hockey, and we'll go from 3 to 2 to 1. And Division III boys hockey, the contest was number 1 Berlin Gorham. That combined team going up against number 3 Kingswood, and Kingswood came out on top. And the final there was 2 to 1. That's the Division III hockey championship. For boys, let's go to Division II. It was a Spalding Oyster River confrontation for the championship. The number 5 seed Spalding against number 3 Oyster River, and Spalding came out on top 3 to 1. Congratulations to the Red Raiders for taking the championship in Division II. And the Division I boys championship rounded everything off in Manchester. It was the number 1 seed Concord taking on number 3 Bishop Girton, and the Cardinals came out on top with a 1-0 win over the Crimson Tide. So the Bishop Girton Cardinals, the champions in D1 boys hockey. Now let's go to Saturday's action over at Lundholm, the Division II contest. It was a number 1 seed Pembroke Spartans taking on number 2 Derryfield, and they are the Cougars. And it was a pretty good contest for the first half. And then things went in Derryfield's favor completely. They've got a young guard. She's only a sophomore. And I told the coach afterwards, she's a keeper, definitely. She helped lead the Cougars, Derryfield, to a 57-41 win over the Pembroke Spartans. So congratulations to the Derryfield Cougars, Division II girls champions. And in basketball Division I, the nightcap at Lundholm, it was number 1 Concord Christian taking on the Londonderry Lancers, a number 3 seed. And guess what? That was a surprise, I think, for a lot of people. It was Londonderry with 56-38 winner over Concord Christian. And I think a few people thought it would be a closer game, but Londonderry came ready to play. So they are the champions in Division I girls basketball. Then things went on Sunday. Yes. We wrapped up the season with first the Division II boys championship game. Hollis Brookline took on number 2 Pelham, the top seed, versus number 2. And it was Hollis Brookline coming out on top, 42-37. And we wrapped it up with the championship contest featuring the number 4 seed Pinkerton going up against the number 3 seed Trinity. And wow, the Pinkerton beat Portsmouth in the regular season. They also beat them to get into the championship contest. And then Trinity, they took out the number 2 seed, another tough team, the Bedford Bulldogs, to get in there. They were actually the home team in the contest. And the final score, 63-50 in favor of the Pinkerton Astros. So congratulations to Coach Mike Dunham and his team. They had several players that really were dominant in that game, but I guess Josh Fanor would be given probably MVP only because he was the high scorer in the game, but it was a well-played game by a lot of players on that Astros team. Well-coached team and a good crowd, very good crowd for all 4 games at UNH, and I talked to one of the reporters that was up at SNHU, same thing there for the hockey. So that's it. That's it. We gave out all the hardware. When you get that close and lose, it's hard. But like I said to a bunch of them, don't hang your head. You put it all out there. That's all that matters. Got to talk to a bunch of the media people that cover all the games, and they're all there. One person I've been trying to get in touch with for a long time and get him on the program is a videographer by the name of Kyle Heavey, and he works for Channel 9, WMUR TV in Manchester. And he's been there for many years doing sports coverage. And it was fun just to have a few minutes with him. And I think what I'll do is I'll save that for the next podcast, since we'll have kind of some quiet time now between now and the start of the actual spring season of sports. So I'll have my interview with Kyle Heavey and his career in videography and some of the fun things he's done over the years at Channel 9 and also his career. And then my old buddy from the Wildcats, Justin McIsaac, will be coming on board, and we'll be getting Justin's take on sports in general and one sport that he and I have a fondness for, but we'll save that as a surprise. So it'll be Kyle Heavey and Justin McIsaac coming up in our next program. And then I will have Jay Pinsino back here. And as we get closer to the start of the baseball season, we'll try to get our friend Dave O'Brien on board to talk about the state of the Red Sox as we head into the regular season. They kick off their season this year, the Red Sox in Cincinnati against the Reds and their old manager, Terry Francona. So that'll be fun. So I thought it'd be just a short program today. Like I say, my throat feels like a pound of bad hamburger. But the Academy Awards, I came home from Lundholm in time to watch the Academy Awards. So I watched a few minutes of it, but I just wanted to say they all get up there and thank everybody. And I will do as the 2-minute drill. Thanks to all the folks that helped out over at Lundholm Gymnasium, guys and gals over at UNH that helped out make everything go smoothly. And the sound engineer, I wish I got her name. I didn't, and she did a great job. So when the crowd, especially that last game between Pinkerton and Trinity, big crowd, and she can crank the volume up to 10. It's still hard to hear me. And I have leather lungs, and now, like I say, Hamburg voice. So thank you to the crew that worked the games, to the crew from the NHIAA, especially Jeff Collins and Dave Rosemek, and the people that represent the media, my friend Kyle Heavey from Channel 9, and our friends from FNLH, Nick and Justin, who covered the games, folks from New Hampshire Sports Page, Pete and the gang were there, and the reporters from the various newspapers, especially the photographers were there. Ball 603 doing that thing. So it's like a family thing. So I hope maybe we'll do it again next year. I'm looking forward to it, and I thank them all for their help and support. And we had a good time and finished off the season in good style. So thank you all. And that was my version of an Academy Award acceptance speech. You just thank everybody, and sincerely, I mean it. We had a good crew. Oh, and one other group I want to thank, the folks at Exeter High School, the athletic director, Kathy Claremont, and also the person that is the Wizard of Oz, so to speak, the person behind the curtain. And that's Kristen Morissette. Thank you for all that she does to help me out when we do all the events up there. And to the teams we were involved with over the winter, and to the coaches, thank you. Great job. I know it's a short program this time, but we'll make up for it next time around. Congratulations to all the champions of all the sports out of the Granite State, and to all the teams that just put their all out there on the field, the court. Job well done. And now it's on to spring. If you're enjoying the program, please pass the word. We're on all the major podcast platforms. So this is Sherm Chester inviting you to join us for the next edition of the Seacoast Sports Forum podcast.